Hey guys, Jesse here, and welcome to part 4 of my work in progress video for my master grade strike plus I.W.S.P. This is going to be the last part, and it's going to be pretty short because I only have two things to show you. So the first thing is the combined shield I've got done here. This is like the greatest weapon ever designed. I think this might be my favorite Gundam weapon now. I just really like Gatling guns on Gundams, and this was right up my alley. And it's really almost directly inspired by the Goof custom kind of shield and sword combo and Gatling gun. But as you can see, I did quite a bit of work on this thing. The barrels here I repainted with the diamond dust from testers. Then the collar here and the I forgot what this is called. I think it's called like the heat protection collar here or whatever. I repainted with the Tamiya gunmetal. Then did my weathering, obviously. Then I did some just detail painting with a bottle of brass paint from Vallejo. So just brush that on, and you'll see some other places I did some detail painting. This bar up here was all white. It's actually part of this larger white piece, and I masked off, and actually I'm going to take this off real quick. I masked off and painted everything here. Same thing with this bar. This bar was all gray, but went ahead and repainted it. As you can see, did my normal weathering job as always. The decals on this thing are pretty damn cool. Like this little sticker decal actually says like combined shield and has some specifications on it. This is the beam boomerang. It's supposed to come off really easily. This also has a decal that says beam boomerang, which is pretty neat. And it also comes with this beam effect part. I'll talk more about this in the review, but yeah, so that's pretty neat. And he can actually wield this alright. He can actually wield this entire thing pretty well. His the strike's arm is plenty strong enough to hold this up, and with the connection piece here and the handle going into the hand, it's a pretty secure connection. But yeah, pretty awesome weapon. I'm really pleased with the way it came out. So there's that. And then finally, the I.W.S.P itself. I'm not going to be able to fit this entire thing in frame because this thing is absolutely enormous, but this was a lot. There were a lot fewer pieces in this backpack than I thought there were. I thought these larger, like kind of body areas would be more complicated than they are, but they're actually just a bunch of huge pieces. So, and luckily the wings here are actually just one piece with this white piece put on, and then these two little pieces put on. So sometimes wings on kits are two pieces sandwiched together. So luckily that's not the case here. But as you can see, I got this pretty dirtied up. Looks pretty cool. I really like the rail guns on this thing. Apparently these two little, I don't know, things are actually guns as well. But these rail guns are cool. They also have decals that say rail gun, and I think these say like 180 millimeter cannons. Pretty cool decals. But as you can see, I did some detail painting on the sort of piping detail on these. Unfortunately, that piston there isn't a working piston. It's just just some static detail because it looks pretty awkward. As you can see, when you lift it all the way up, it's just sort of floating there. When it's down like this, it looks okay, but so I wish that was a working piston, but I guess that's another sign of this kit's age. As you can see in the camera here, I did use some metallic Gundam markers to detail that all out a little bit, because that's supposed to be sort of a sensor unit thing. But yeah, I used some decals that they didn't have clearly laid out in the manual. Just kind of used a different one there and over here, and actually learned what I.W.S.P stood for. Stands for Integrated Weapon Striker Pack, apparently. So didn't know that. I'll talk more about the posability of this thing in the review, but the wings can pretty much go wherever you want. But unfortunately, these little parts that hold the swords, they have a ball that connects them to what seems like a ball joint, like a ball socket, but they only swivel. Like they have no rotation in any other direction, so that's a little strange. But as you can see, the detail on this thing is pretty cool. Like you even have detail of where it would plug into sort of the real connections into the strike. So yeah, really neat backpack. I'm It's going to be a struggle to get this thing in frame when I do the review, but here it is as it stands. So that's about it. Not much. Oh, I did test this on the Gundam with it on the stand, and it holds it just fine. The stand doesn't really have problems, but the Gundam does get a bit back heavy, and it starts to lean back a little bit since the connection is in the ass and not actually on the backpack or the back. Yeah, the back and the backpack don't have any support to stop the Gundam from leaning back, so that's a bit of a problem, but it's not too big of a deal. But anyways, that's all I got for now. I'll have the review up tomorrow sometime. But until then, I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.